Good morning, my name is Andrew Baker. I coach the U12 boys baseball in Allen, Texas in the Allen Baseball Association. Today I want to talk to you about the proper way of throwing a curveball. When throwing a curveball, there's three techniques that we have to keep in mind in order to throw it properly without causing injury to ourselves. The first technique is grip. The grip is very important because you want to make sure that you find a grip that is comfortable to you. You don't want to grip it too tight, and you also don't want to grip it too loose. What you want to do is you want to take your middle finger and place it on top of the seams in the narrow part of the ball like this. You also want to take your thumb and place it directly under the wide part of the seams. This will help with rotation whenever you release the ball. Now your index finger is really just going to lay directly on top of the ball next to your middle finger, and it's not going to have really any course of action while throwing the curveball. It's really there just to lay on top of the ball. In fact, when I'm working with young people on throwing a curveball, I usually teach them to throw the ball with the index finger sticking up like this so they don't get in the habit of misplacing it and losing control of the ball. The second technique I want to talk to you about is arm positioning. One thing to keep in mind is with arm positioning and throwing the ball is you want to throw with your natural throwing motion. What I mean by that is some people throw three-quarter arm out here, some people throw over the top, others throw side arm. So throw what is comfortable to you. Don't drop down, throw side arm, throw over the top if it's not your natural movement because then it will cause strain on your rotator cuff and can cause permanent damage. So what I do when teaching individuals on how to throw a curveball, especially when it comes to motion and release, is I teach them to grip the ball like I showed you. When they come out of your glove, is you want to have the ball facing you, have your hand facing you like this. And the reason for that is when you release it and come down like you're pulling a shade, is you want to create an overspin with the four seams facing the wind. This causes friction against the wind because you have more seams hitting it, cutting through, which causes the ball to curve or to bend. Whereas with the fastball, you have a backspin going against the wind that doesn't cause any type of movement or bend to the ball. So just remember natural movement, ball facing in, pull the window shade down. Don't get in the habit of popping your wrist like that when you release, or don't get in the habit of bringing it directly over like that. These can be effective pitches if thrown properly, but they can also cause long-term damage to your arm and elbow if not thrown properly. So the last technique I want to talk to you about is probably the single most important mechanic when throwing a pitch, especially a curveball, and that's control. Without control, you're not going to be able to throw strikes and you're not going to be an effective pitcher. So when you talk about control, there's three main components that you have to keep in mind. First one is going to be stay back, second one is stay close, and the last one is going to be follow through. So what I mean by staying back is when you bring your leg up, is you want to keep your elbow to thigh parallel. You want to stay here. You don't want to come back here, you don't want to come forward, you want to stay back. Stay close means to keep your hands, your head, everything right here and not be out here all over the place because then you lose control. The last one is follow through. In order to follow through is you want to make sure that your left foot, if you're right-handed pitcher, right foot, if you're left-handed pitcher, goes directly towards home plate. If you release the ball too early, it's going to go high. If you release it too late, it's going to go in the dirt. So keep the three components of control in mind. Stay back, stay close, and follow through, and you'll be in good shape. So today we talked about the three key techniques to throwing a curveball: your grip, your arm positioning, and staying in control of your pitch. So with a little practice, hard work, proper technique, you'll be well on your way to throwing the perfect curveball. Just keep practicing, stay focused, and always remember grip, arm positioning, and to follow through. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next Nolan Ryan.